Hey guys, so gonna do a quick video on what I took out in my little butt pack, or I'm using it more like a haversack, that I got at my local surplus store. You can find them many different places. My surplus store really sucks. Basically they have a bunch of China knockoff crap, and every once in a while you'll find something that's original. So that's the only stuff I ever buy from there, is the original stuff. It might have some use, may even have some holes, but it's way better built than any of that China crap. So that being said, this is what it looks like. It's in really good condition. Still got the Alice clips on it and whatnot, and then it's got this added strap. It's pretty wide. I'd say it's 2 inches wide. That helps distribute the weight well. So you're just gonna dig right in. I'm gonna try and change your view without knocking my whole system over. So bear with me a little bit. That's probably the best it's gonna be. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of hold up the bag here. So right up the top, whenever I'm going out and I'm just hanging out, just doing some outdoor stuff, gotta bring the hammock. I love hammocks. They are great, especially in the summer. They get good breeze. It's very relaxing. This is a double nester, so you can fit 2 people in it. You can sit in it. You can take a nap in it. It's so versatile for what it is and for how much space it takes up. There's just not anything more I can say about hammocks. I've always loved them, even before I was into outdoor stuff. As a kid, we had one at my grandma's cabin that I'd always want to hang in. It was the most uncomfortable thing. It was a rope hammock. I think it was from Mexico or something. So uncomfortable. It'd leave divots in your skin from the rope and whatnot, but I would lay in that thing all day long. And then I'd get really sunburned. But anyway, rambling. I just have an Eno hammock, and the straps were in here, but they're out on a tree, so let me see if I can turn. Yeah, I just keep them in this little stuff sack that came in, but they're on the tree right now, so. But took those with me. I have a little tinder pouch. It's burlap with twine, and inside said pouch is, at the very bottom, is some birch bark. It's like emergency last ditch. Everything's wet and I need to get a fire going. And I got some already made bird nest material ready to go, just like I said, in case it's an emergency. I need to get a fire going right now. I'm really cold, I'm really wet. Got a couple chunks of fat wood with some jute on them. And I got 2 of those zip fire starters. And this bag isn't even half full, just so if I find something along the way, this is where it's going. Dusty. I have a char tin that I have some charred punk wood in. I have my fire kit, and this is a giant ass fire kit, but I really love them. They're all inclusive. I talked about these before, so I'm not going to go in depth, but I will make one of these for you if you want. Just let me know. PM me or comment below and I'll make you one. They're pretty awesome. Got a random OB tampon in there. That's good for fire starting. I was messing around with the fact that I didn't have a multi-tool. I mean, I have multi-tools, but I didn't want to take one. So I just took a pair of needle nose pliers. They're a lot lighter than a Leatherman. And I like how skinny the nose gets. On the Leathermans, even the needle nose part of them, they just don't get skinny enough sometimes. Let's see, I got a pack of waterproof matches in a, sorry, there's a bad glare. They're waterproof and they're in a Ziploc. I have a lost my mind there. It's got a fat wood handle, a ferro rod with a fat wood handle that I put on it, and some jute just for some quick tinder. I have this no-name knife that I got in a trade. It's a really great beater knife. I have no idea anything about it really. Came with this molded leather sheath. I don't think it's carbon steel just because it's in such great shape. There's no rust or nothing on it, so it's probably stainless. But it works fine. You can beat the crap out of it, and I'm not really worried about breaking it. It's performed really well. I really like it. I got a schmog. Just kind of a million uses for that. It's kind of hanging out in here. I have a carabiner, so I can just throw this up around a tree if I want it off the ground. I don't really care. It can go on the ground unless it's like in a mud puddle. But some of this is just kind of randomly thrown in here. I have some bank line. I'm a big fan of bank line. Big thing of fat wood with some more jute on it. Vaseline in a little container. A mini Bic. Some jute dipped in wax. As you can tell, I'm pretty fire heavy. Little roll of 2-inch Gorilla tape. Gorilla duct tape. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it's called. My mind is just kind of blanking. I've been studying for the NCLEX all day, so I'm kind of spent as far as my brain goes. Now a little tin. 2 Ranger bands. And inside that tin, ooh, random little fire kit. So I got some matches. I have a little DIY sparker. Love these things. Some fat wood, some jute, some steel wool, and some of this newspaper that's been pulped up, formed, dried, and then dipped in wax. And it works pretty good as a fire starter. So, you know, in where I live, fire is really important no matter what time of year it is. There's a million things that fire can do for you. It's not just, you know, survival-y things, but, you know, keeping the bugs away can keep your sanity. I've been looking at getting a one-man tent, and none of them have good breathability for a good breeze, or with a bug net. They have one or the other. And if you're by the water ever, even if you're not, I mean, I live right by a pond, and the Cedar River isn't too far away, and there's rivers and lakes all over, so you gotta have bug protection. They just drive you nuts. And I would prefer to, you know, have some kind of enclosed tent as opposed to just a head net. So anyway, fire will help keep the bugs away. You can cook on it, boil your water, just good for morale. Plus I like to practice and make all kinds of charred materials and see what works best. That's why 90% of my stuff is fire related. You know, I'll just kind of carve up some wood and use the shavings for fire. Million things you do with fire. But in the Midwest, fire is always important, particularly in the winter. But you know, even today, it's a high of 55, maybe less than that. Windy, supposed to storm. So if I was staying out tonight, fire would be very important. Okay, and it's May. So it doesn't really matter what time of year it is. It matters what the weather is. And the weather doesn't have to follow the month or the day that it says on the calendar. So just something to keep in mind. But just kind of wanted to show you what I threw together in this. I'm still working on my DIY haversack. I ordered some 100% beeswax because I wasn't completely satisfied with the waterproofing that I did. And once I get that, I'll do a video on that. once I get that taken care of, that will be my main haversack go-to kit. And this will just probably turn into my dog's kit that I can throw on the back of my pack if the case we need to leave and I can't carry 2 backpacks on my back. So it's kind of nice just to have a big pouch for him that has all of his food and dishes and leashes and everything he needs in a kit, and then just throw it onto the back of my backpack and we're good to go. So just wanted to show you this little kit. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.